matter of Sunny being awarded as the best family luxury resort in the Med, or how beautiful this place is, still, the brand name of Rafa Nadal is and will continue to be much bigger than ours. The Rafa Nadal Tennis Centers boast amazing sports facilities and offer great programs for kids and adults. The Rafa Nadal Tennis Center is open to all abilities and almost all ages, from 3 to 93. There is a choice between group or individual classes, and guests are invited to try various programs depending on their goals.
What do gyms need to ensure that people exercise safely and adapt to this new normality?
Keep it clean as you can. It's so hard in a traditional gym though, because you can't follow everybody around and know what they use and what weight they use. In our gym, we know exactly what they use because it's in that station and it doesn't move from that station. So we're lucky enough that we can just spray it down, wash it down, wipe it, and then put it back in its place for the next class.
Okay, thank you. We will now move on to our next question, more of a personal question I see from Angelos. He's saying, how hard was it for you to get out of your comfort zone? Probably meaning out of the basketball zone.
Well, I mean, are we talking about the gym only? Because if we're talking about the gym,
yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's a gym, and I spent many years throughout my life in a gym. And when I stopped playing basketball, which was the hardest moment of my life to get in out of a comfort zone, I still went to the gym every day because even when I was somewhat depressed at times, I went through a divorce. I had some difficult moments in my life after I played because I wasn't prepared for retirement. I wasn't prepared for what life was going to bring me. The gym was my sanctuary. It was my medicine. Yeah, I went to a doctor for depression. He gave me a bunch of pills. I took a couple pills for anti-anxiety. After the third day, I called him up. I said, these pills aren't doing anything for me. I don't feel any better. And he said, well, he's like, they take a month and a half to actually like take effect. And I said, well, after a month and a half, I'm going to be addicted to them. He's like, no, you won't be addicted, but it's just hard to get off of them. I'm like, yeah, that's addiction. So the gym was my pill, it was my pill every day. And so this hasn't taken me out of my comfort zone because it's something I love to do every day. I love the gym. I love to be in the gym. I love to work out in the gym. It's just changed my life. It's changed the way that I was living before. And, but doesn't that happen to everybody who opens up a new business, I guess? I mean, I'm not saying anything that's not new to anybody who's on here that's actually opened up a new business or trying to open up a new business. It changes your life. And just that COVID and everything else has brought more challenges, I think, than anybody could have expected. And I'm not the only one. I mean, I'm not the only one that's dealing with this, obviously.
So you need to have acceptance by the market. And if you have acceptance by the market for the product that you offer, then you can be self-financed. Registration, sponsorship rights, and some part from the government and other states. So we were saved by that because nobody expected in 2009, in 2010, nobody expected that we're going to get to this major crisis of our economy, the economical crisis. So during this crisis, from 2010 until 2018, 19, even now, but let's say these years, that everything was going down in this country, the marathon was going up. Why? Because our strategy to be self-financed and be based in the real market and not in politicians and state money saved us during this period. And that was a very wise move.
Basketball is going through a very interesting phase, not an ideal phase, I would say, but certainly one where different philosophies are being very visible. And this is not necessarily happening in basketball alone. It's happening around the sports world where institutional governing bodies and private entities are cohabitating in this environment. Our industry is very much TV dependent. Visibility on television is pertinent and very relevant to all the top sport properties. This is how we generate revenue, how we generate exposure. So, of course, the impact on the clubs, if we speak about the club environment, or the federations, if we talk about the national teams, is very linked to the minimized exposure that the sponsors might get in the event that games are canceled. And of course, this has a trickle-down effect on the overall industry.